Hello everybody, welcome to A Hippie on a Mission. I'm glad you guys have joined me for another video. Just gonna put that back a bit. This video I've been wanting to make for a long time, and the topic is very near and dear to my heart. So I'm so excited to share with you guys these 5 tips that can make your weight loss journey easy and successful, and it can be applied to so many different health journeys. So first off, if you're new to my channel, please press the red subscribe button, and if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you want to be part of the notification tribe, just push the little bell in the corner so you're notified every time I make a new video. New videos come out every Monday and Friday. So I learned through my own experience of weight loss that when we are motivated to work out and be healthy because we hate our bodies, we're far less likely to stick with it. Our bodies love us and they do everything for us, and so we want to be there to help them and tend to them and make caring for us easy. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. If you have decided to obtain healthier habits, you should be extremely proud of yourself, because it definitely is not an easy decision to make. And if you made it in the past but failed, make this time like the time you succeed. And I totally know from experience that like we can say this time's gonna be different, I'm gonna succeed, and then like we fail and we get down about ourselves. But like truly make a commitment with yourself to achieve the goals and to get where you want to be. And the reality is you're totally capable of doing it. I think sometimes we doubt ourselves, and so we tell ourselves we can't do it, but the reality is we can do anything we put our minds to. So the tips that I'm going to share with you, as I said a little in the beginning, cannot only be applied to weight loss, but it can be applied for people who are trying to gain weight, lose weight, build muscle, clear skin, get a better digestive, whatever it is maybe that your goal is. These tips are generic enough that they can be really applied to anything, and I think they can be really helpful for anyone who maybe just wants a fresh start. So one big thing that can really help you if you're trying to lose weight or become healthier is to not think about this journey you're going on as a diet, because the word diet has so many limitations on it. I feel like when we think of the word diet, we think of all the things we can't have. But if you think about it as what you are receiving, like maybe you're taking out certain things, but you're receiving so much more. And if you concentrate on what you're receiving, then it's so much more enjoyable. Because I think subconsciously when we tell ourselves we can't have certain things, like we just want them even more because we tell ourselves we can't have them. And so realizing that we're not taking away from ourselves and we're not being deprived of things, we're actually giving ourselves a gift that's going to give us so much love and bleed out in all different areas of our life. So diet, this isn't a diet, this is a lifestyle. I've used these tips to lose weight, and I think this is what has allowed me to become successful in my weight loss journey and health journey in general. So I think if you use them and apply them to your own health journey and the goals that you want to achieve, which you're totally capable of achieving, that you will just kind of feel, they may help you feel more motivated and relaxed and excited about the journey ahead of you. So my first tip is have fun. And I think this is kind of one of the most important tips, because when we think of like working out or eating healthy as like something that we have to do, and we think about it as a chore, then we're far less likely to want to do it. But when we think about working out and eating healthy as something that's exciting and that brings us joy, then it becomes something that's more fun to do, right? So like when we think about, when we tell ourselves we have to do something and we make it out to be something that we don't want to do, like, oh, I have to go to the gym. Well, yeah, then of course going to the gym is going to be miserable. But if you think, oh my God, I could go to the gym today, I could work out, I could move my body, like, and make it more exciting and get excited about it, then the act of going to the gym can be something that you look forward to every day. It can kind of turn into your meditation, so to speak, like your relaxed state within your day. And you can have fun by trying different workouts and trying different, finding people to work out with, or just creating fun little things for yourself. Kind of like a fun little game for yourself throughout your journey. So maybe have like something you get to cross off every day you go to the gym, or, you know, try, as I said, trying a new workout class, or doing multiple different types of physical activity throughout your week, so you have a lot of variety, or you know, getting a gym buddy and going with them every week. You know, find some way to make it exciting and fun, so it's something that you look forward to. Also, trying new recipes and not and getting creative with your food, which leads me into my second tip, which is get creative in the kitchen. If you eat brown rice and broccoli in the beginning of your journey, you're gonna be burned out, and you're gonna be like, I never want to see brown rice or broccoli again in my life. And don't get me wrong, I love brown rice and broccoli, but I also like brown rice and broccoli. If you say brown rice and broccoli 10 times fast, it's kind of hard. Brown rice and broccoli, brown rice and broccoli, brown rice and broccoli. Okay, maybe not as hard as I thought it was. Yeah, if you eat brown rice and broccoli, you know, in the beginning of your journey, the first couple weeks, you're just gonna get bored. Like, you want to have variety and different colors and textures and flavors, and kind of taking maybe some of the old foods you ate and recreating them so that they are a more healthy version. When I started my journey, I didn't necessarily I was at a point in my life where I started to become more aware, and I wanted to be healthier, and I became vegan. And just by becoming vegan and making that transition, just naturally, by crowding out the bad stuff, with fruits and vegetables and whole grains, that it kind of just, the weight kind of came off naturally. But even then, when you start plant-based lifestyle, even then that can be a little boring at first, because maybe you think you're just eating salads, and then, you know, by week 4 you're like, okay, I'm kind of tired of salads. So what I started to do is I started looking up just vegan recipes, and I'd go on Pinterest and I'd literally type in vegan recipes, and abundance of vegan recipes would come up, and I would just try new ones out. And so I'd always kind of make like a fun dinner for myself, and it made the beginning of my journey so much more satisfying, and it allowed me to be successful, because I was still eating, you know, like, for example, I remember one time I made like a meatball sandwich, but like, you know, that meatball was made of zucchinis and mushrooms. Sorry, my heater turned on. Zucchinis and mushrooms are bomb, and they're good for you. So me enjoying that meal, I wasn't doing harm to my body, or I wasn't doing harm to my body, or not taking a step, or taking a step back, right? I was taking the step in the right direction and doing it in a fun way by eating these fruits and vegetables, but maybe just disguised in different ways. I hope that makes sense. Get creative in the kitchen by trying new foods. One thing I did was, like, when I went grocery shopping, like, I'd pick out one food I've never tried before, whether that be like a fruit or a vegetable or whatever. And like jackfruit, like, I've never tried jackfruit, I'm gonna grab this, see what this tastes like. Or dragon fruit, or, you know, a daikon radish, right? And then some of the foods that you never even knew existed become your favorites, and they end up being really good for you. And so just kind of playing with it, and kind of going back to tip 1, make it into a game, make it into something that's fun and enjoyable. And the reality is balance, right? So, you know, with the crowd out method, by putting in fruits and yummy veggies and whole grains, you're kind of crowding out the processed junk. But that doesn't mean that you don't get to have, you know, a cookie or cake, or, you know, the treats every once in a while, because life is about balance, right? Maybe instead of going and getting a pack of Oreos that maybe are not the nicest quality, maybe find a nicer quality cookie that your body's still gonna love, and maybe that's, you know, sweetened with, you know, unrefined sugars, you know, maybe something that's sweetened with dates or pure maple syrup or something like that, like something that is maybe a little better. So just kind of the quality of it, right? And I like to think about this as maybe it's a treat. It's something that you don't have all the time. So if I spent a little more money on a higher quality treat, right, or dessert or whatever it is that you crave, that I'm not buying it that often. That's why it's something that's on occasion. So I can spend a couple more bucks because I'm not buying it every week, right? So balance, having fun with your food, creating new recipes. There's so many recipes. Literally go on Pinterest and just type in recipes. If you're paleo recipes. If you're vegan recipes. If you're just whatever you eat anything, just healthy, easy recipes, and so many will come up. Tip number 3, and this one is a really important one, because the reality is if you don't use this tip, you're not going to be successful. Tip number 3 is make it a priority. You can say you want to lose weight. You can say you want to be healthy. You can say you're going to go to the gym. You can say you're going to eat a salad when you get home. But if you don't actually do these things and make them a priority, you're not going to be successful, right? I can say I'm going to go to the gym all day long. But if I don't actually go, then I'm not going to be where I want to be. So I feel like, it's something you really have to pencil into your schedule, and not just physical activity, because health isn't just about physical activity and eating healthy. It's our whole life in general makes up our health. But when it comes to physical activity and eating healthy, I think is kind of some of the first steps we take. We can say, well, I don't have time to work out. I have class and I have this, and there's just no time in the day. Well, then you really don't. Then you're not making it a priority, right? Your priority then is something else. Is your priority to go out with your friends on the weekends? Fine, then make sure you pencil that into your agenda. And if it is, no judgment. Or is your time, so having time throughout our day, don't put it on the back burner. Make it the front burner. Make it, the pot you're holding. Like, it is a priority of yours. So it's going to be the first thing on my to-do list. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go to the gym. And then the rest of my activities can take place after that. But I want to make sure it's a priority because I want to do this. You just got to do it, really. I mean, Nike, literally just do it. It's just you just got to do it. You just got to pick yourself up and go, and you have to make it a priority. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. You can make excuses all you want. I'm tired. I don't have money. It's too expensive. This and that and the other. But the reality is, all those are just excuses, and you can give yourself as many excuses as you want, but that's not going to do anything. That's not going to allow you to be the healthy individual that you want to be. And it may sound kind of tough, but just from speaking of my own experience and from being the person that would make excuses and not make it a priority, I know that was just hurting myself, and that when I really wanted to get it done, I got it done. And now I have a body that I appreciate and that is healthy and that I'm happy with. And I'm still moving forward because I believe that there's always room to improve. Not that I'm not good the way I am now, but that I'm perfect the way I am now. My body's perfect the way I am now, but I'm going to build on that each day. And this kind of had this, so make it a priority and eating healthy. I'm going to kind of combine this little side note, plan ahead. By planning ahead, you are making it a priority, right? So if you know that you come home from school and you're really, really hungry, then make sure that you have healthy food in your fridge, right? Because if you don't, then you're going to come home and you're going to just go grab the easiest thing to eat, which probably isn't the healthiest. Or you're going to stop by, Subway and pick up a sandwich on your way home. So planning ahead, which you have to prioritize, you have to, plan ahead, I guess, can allow you to be successful. Because sometimes, whatever it is, so tip number 3, make it a priority. Tip number 4 is be patient. Patience, right? We live in a society where we get everything like this at the click of a button. But when it comes to our weight loss journey or our health journey, it's one thing that does not happen overnight. And the reality is we don't really want it to happen overnight. Because throughout the process of losing weight or throughout the process of becoming healthy, you learn so much about yourself and you grow so much as an individual that's not something that you want to, speed by. That's something that you really want to take time with. Because the reality is, you know, a year of our lives seems like so long, but it's not. How many times, like on New Year's, like I feel like 2017 flew by, right? So a year is not that long, but so much can happen in a year. So much growth can happen in a year. So much physical change can happen in a year. So much self-love can happen in a year, that being patient with ourselves throughout the process is the biggest gift we can give ourselves. Because the reality is, it's not going to happen overnight. And I think, especially for myself in the beginning of my weight loss journey, I would get so excited and I just feel like I didn't see change fast enough, and I got discouraged and I gave up. But by me giving up, I wasn't getting anywhere closer to where I wanted to be. I got kind of close. I took a couple of steps forward, but then I stopped, and then I took a couple steps back. And so being patient that it's not going to happen overnight, and not having some like marker that we need to meet, just realizing that this is a lifestyle and it's going to actually take us, we're going to be on it for the rest of our lives, right? So just take it a year at a time, a day at a time, right? It's just, today I went to the gym, today I went healthy, today I took time for myself, today I meditated, today I, engaged in a healthy relationship, today I did this. Each small day, which celebrate the small ones. So each small day, sorry, it's kind of jumbling on words, but each day, like I made it to the gym today, or I woke up and meditated, or like, yes, like give yourself a pat on the back, because every small win makes us feel good about ourselves. Because the reality is, maybe, you have a certain goal weight you want, which I don't really agree with, but if that's something that motivates you, that's something that motivates you, do you. But if you use some goal weight or some pants you want to fit in kind of thing, there's so much progress that happens before that point. And so celebrating all of these little moments before then can help that whole process be so much more enjoyable, and you actually make it to what it is you're trying to achieve. And then you're going to have the whole rest of your life to have a healthy lifestyle, right? Because it doesn't just stop at the goal weight or the fitting into the pants, right? There's a whole life ahead of us that we have to stay healthy and remain healthy and take these healthy habits that we've had up to this point onwards. My one of my big tips, and this is to be patient, is this just worked for me. And as I said, everyone has a different motivation tactic and everyone gets motivated in different ways. But one thing that I did is I did not weigh myself. People ask how much weight you lose. Honestly, I don't know. I do not know, and I don't care. Because the reality is, I could step on a scale and it could tell me a number, but that number is not going to tell me how I feel about myself. If I'm eating healthy and working out and waking up early and having a clean space and doing all the things that I need to do in order to have a healthy life, it doesn't really matter what the scale says. Because the scale could say 1 more pound than it did yesterday, but I feel great and I feel motivated, and so I want to keep on going. Because the reality is, our body weight fluctuates, and we may have more water, and if you're female, if you're in your period, and like all these different things, or if you weigh yourself at different times of day, like it's always going to fluctuate. And if you work really hard for 2 weeks and you feel so good, and you're like, yes, I'm just gonna step on the scale, it's gonna seem that number I want, and you step on it, and maybe it says the same or has 1 pound more because you end yourself at the end of the day, or whatever it is, you're gonna feel discouraged. And I guess rightfully so, because we feel so good, we want it to show. But the reality is that it doesn't show. That number doesn't show us the growth that takes place. What shows us the growth is how we feel. When we feel good about ourselves, that's all we need to compare it to, right? So being patient, and if you do want to weigh yourself, go for it. But what I learned is that it was never anything that made me feel good. It was always something that made me feel bad. And the reality is, it's just a number. So who gives a damn what it says? I don't even weigh myself now, because the reality is, I don't care what the number says on the scale. I know I'm healthy. I eat a very healthy diet. I know that for a fact. And I am physically active, and I take care of myself mentally and spiritually. And energetically, and that number can say whatever it says, but the reality is I don't care what it says because it doesn't determine my health. So that was tip number 4. Be patient and celebrate the small wins, because the small wins are really what make up the big ones, right? Tip number 5, and is also a big tip, is don't give up. Don't give up. I know. I know what it feels like. I know it's hard. I know some days it's like, I'm just not good enough. I can't do this. I know. Trust me, my heart goes out to you. I know. But the reality is, if you give up, you're not going to get there, right? Common sense, right? If you give up, you're not going to get where you want to be. And you deserve to be the healthiest you can be. And that doesn't mean having a perfectly flat stomach or having 6-pack abs or fitting into jeans or having a certain number on a scale. Being healthy is, I think, like a state of mind and a state of just how you feel, right? Because you as a human being are worthy, more than worthy, to live a happy, healthy life. And you are totally capable of it. And I think sometimes when we're in this state where we're unhealthy and we're not happy, we tell ourselves that we're not good enough and that we're not worthy of it. But that is false. We are worthy. And we are more than worthy. And we just need to make very small changes to have this healthy, happy life that we want, and this healthy, happy body that we want. So the reality is, even though this is titled Weight Loss Made Easy, 5 tips, the reality is it's not gonna be easy. The reality is it's gonna take hard work. But if you make it fun and you make it a priority and you be patient and you don't give up, then it's going to be a lot easier than if you tell yourself that you can't do it and you're not worthy and you're never good enough and you're fat and ugly, right? Because sometimes these are the words we tell ourselves. The reality is your mind's telling you can't do it, but your body's saying, dude, this feels awesome, right? This feels so good. I love you. Thank you for treating me so well. I'm working so much better now. Can you feel it? And your brain's like, yeah, I can kind of feel it, but you're also a failure. Nope. Hi, little failure thought. Throwing you out the window because I'm not a failure. I'm not going to fail this time, and I'm going to push through because I know I'm capable of doing it. Because I'm worthy. My camera cut out. But take out that negative thought of I'm a failure to I'm worthy of succeeding, because I'm worthy of having a healthy body, and I'm more than capable of doing it, because you are more than capable of being healthy and having a healthy, happy body. Because the reality is you deserve this, and sometimes we can take on everyone else's problems and we can worry about everyone else and we can put everyone before us. But the reality is we need to be taken care of, right? If we aren't taken care of, we can't take care of anyone else, right? It's like the quote, you can't fill your cup before you fill anyone else's, or you can't fill up your cup. You know what I'm talking about. Like, fill your cup first and then you can fill up everyone else's. But if your cup's empty, right, you can't fill up anyone else's cup. So make sure your cup is strong and sturdy and full so that you can fill up everyone else's, right? So worry about tending to yourself. And last part of this tip is you are stronger than you think. You are so much stronger than you think. Trust me, you guys, I know. I've been there. I spent most of my life there. But the reality is you don't have to stay there. And it's hard, and you may fall, and you're gonna fall. But the reality is you're gonna get up, and you're gonna keep on going, and you're gonna keep on pushing. And if you fall, if you can't get up, then crawl, drag yourself. Just whatever you do, do not give up. Do not give up, okay? Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself because you love yourself and it's for you and your body loves you. and your mind loves you, and your brain loves you, and your soul loves you, and this world loves you, and people in this world love you, okay? So take a deep breath. Tell yourself you are worthy of this change, because you are. You are beautiful the way you are. You are handsome the way you are. You are strong and capable the way you are. But health is very important. We want to be healthy. And if there's something about yourself that you want to change, you're totally capable of changing it. Don't have there's no expectations you have to meet. You create your own expectations. Make sure they're realistic, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you look like, okay? I don't care if you're black, blue, pink, purple, 5 foot, 6 foot, 180, 200 pounds, 100 pounds. It doesn't matter. You are beautiful, you are worthy, and self-love is not just what you think about yourself. Self-love is how you treat yourself. And that's, sorry, my camera memory, I need to delete things. But what I said was that self-love isn't just how we think about ourselves, self-love is how we treat ourselves. So by treating ourselves with fruits and veggies and feeding ourselves fruits and veggies and whole grains, and being physically active and taking time to ourselves and caring for ourselves mentally and physically and spiritually, these are all acts of self-love. And self-love, in my opinion, is health. That health is self-love. So this is a little closing. You are capable of doing anything you set your mind to, and I know some days it feels like you can't, but you can. So go for the tips one more time. Have fun. Get creative in the kitchen, make it a priority, be patient, and do not give up, okay? Do not give up. If you failed in the past, it's okay. Put it behind you. Trust me, I probably started this journey of mine before I actually was successful like 1,000 times. And I actually think that every time I failed, it was actually success because I learned how not to do it. And by me failing, I realized what I needed for myself and how I worked best. And so if you failed in the past, that's okay. Brother, sister, don't even worry about it. It was a learning lesson, and take the lesson that you learned from failing and use it for this time, because you're going to be successful this time, okay? So I love you. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You are worthy. You are more than enough, okay? Your body loves you. I love you. This world loves you. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Remember, these are not just weight loss tips. This can be tips applied to in really anything. So I love you guys all so much. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a beautiful day, have a beautiful journey, and just know that I'll be cheering you on every step of the way. Even if you can't hear me, I'm cheering. Okay, I love you all. Let's continue to make this world a better place together. Bye!